We are just one win away from winning the Europa League. Hello, welcome to part 54 of the Hollywood Dream. And coming up in today's episode, we do have our final Premier League fixture of the season against Tottenham Hotspur and our Europa League final against Manchester United. So, since the last episode, we've pretty much only played, we've actually only played one game since the last episode, and that was a 2-0 win against Chelsea. Fatang Sadia getting 2 goals in that game, taking his total up to 37 goals this season. I didn't think he scored that many goals. I thought 24 million, yeah, it's probably a bit risky, but he's been absolutely incredible this season. So the league table, it's not going to change much. So we're either going to finish 8th or 9th if we lose Man United win. So I'm hoping we can finish 8th and possibly sneak our way into Europe next year. That's only if we don't win the Europa League. So might potentially have to have another season in the Conference League next year if things go pear-shaped. So this is the lineup for our final Premier League match of the season. It will be Goran Smajic in goal, back four McNeil, Akolai, Snape and Talby, Bischoff and Hunter in the midfield. Then we've got Daniel Muller on the right, Montserrat in the middle, Moretti on the left. Then we've got Resio up front. Yes, we've got a couple, for a few youth players on the bench, but I'm just trying to rest as many of our key players as possible for our Europa League final against Manchester United, because we know we can beat Manchester United, but the Premier League, it's basically been concluded. We're not going to finish as high as 8th. We're not going to finish below 9th, which I guess is a good thing. So, but we are against Tottenham. They are literally just above us in 7th. If only we were only a couple points behind them and we can finish in the top 7, but just wasn't to be this year. But bearing in mind, this is our first season back in the Premier League since we had that one season in the Championship. Very strange, but Christian Romero has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Tottenham. Goran Smajic not having the best of games so far, but we are only 12 minutes in. Still plenty of the game to go for him to better himself today. Udogi has got the ball. Can we just try and get the tackle in, please? Come on. Johnson, Donnelly, this is not looking great, and that was it a save on Smajic? I don't think it was. If it was on target, he was going to get there, but thankfully it just hit the other side of the post, as it's still currently 1-0 to Tottenham with just under 20 minutes left to play of the first half. We've only had one shot on goal. It's not great, not ideal, but hopefully we can improve as the game goes on. But this first half has been absolutely atrocious. We still haven't had any other shots since we've dropped a little bit of encouragement. Haven't really improved too much at all. Montserrat has got the ball. Can we get the ball into the box? Muller, Bischoff with the strike, and that is an absolute wonder goal. Possibly, maybe goal of the season. And be a level on scoreline against Tottenham Hotspur. What are Man United doing? Man United are winning 2-1. I don't know what that means in terms of the league table. I don't know. I think we do end up dropping down to 9th, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not too concerned if we don't qualify for Europe next year, but it would be nice to. But obviously, we do have the Europa League final, so we could potentially still qualify for the Champions League. But a win here would be absolutely wonderful. Muller has got the ball. Can we just get the ball upfield? I think he could have crossed it, but we do get a corner. Bischoff is going to whip it in. He does. That's not bad delivery. Snape couldn't quite get his head onto it. McNeil, Muller, Ette there. Nicola Moretti puts the ball into the back of the net with a couple minutes left to play of the first half. It's going to be checked by VAR and it's going to be awarded. We head into half time with potentially a 2-1 lead. We do have the ball. Snape has got the ball, plays the ball out to Talby. Let's get the ball upfield. Hopefully get a third goal. That would be absolutely wonderful just before half time, but I don't think that's going to happen. McNeil with an absolute brilliant tackle. Muller, he's got McNeil on the overlapping run. Doesn't quite use him, but I can see what McNeil tried to do. If Muller had found him, that would have been us through a goal. But we could potentially still create another chance with Moretti. Bischoff, come on, have a shot. Hunter, McNeil, come on. Montserrat puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-1 on the stroke of half time. I hope this will count. It looked like it should do, and it does. Goal has been awarded. It's now 3-1 at the half time break. I thought we were just going to go in with a 2-1 lead, but no, it's 3-1. What a weird final 10 minutes of the first half. 3 goals in the just after 40 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. Snape has got the ball, plays the ball back to Smajic. That's an awful pass, not a great pass. And that's an even worse shot. I'm not sure who did their thing worse, whether Smajic plays an absolute awful pass, but that finish from Tottenham, he had all the goal to aim at, all the left-hand side, because Smajic was one getting there if it was on target, but somehow they put it wide. But that is, we are playing Tottenham Hotspur. They do a lot of Spursy things like that. Montserrat, Hunter, go on, Muller puts the ball into the back of the net. That's his 20th goal of the season. He has been absolutely superb for us on the right-hand side. Absolutely brilliant. Right, half an hour left to play. The 3 points are very much wrapped up. I don't see Tottenham scoring 3 goals in 30 minutes. Clearly not possible. Right, we are going to make a couple of changes. Hunter is going to make way for Barbas, which could possibly be his final Premier League appearance. Possibly. I think he probably does go in the transfer window. Talby is also going to make way for Ezra Carrington. McNeil can move out onto the left-hand side. Carrington onto the right-hand side. I think that's all the changes we will do for now. We'll probably do a few more towards the end of the game. Kulishevsky plays the ball out to Johnson, but he is running towards the wrong end of the goal. Barbas, that's a lovely ball out to Moretti. Really cross it in. He's got players in the middle. Montserrat is there, and he does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 5-1 to Wrexham with 25 minutes left to play of this final Premier League game of the season against Tottenham Hotspur. Man United are winning 4-1, but obviously we've got the victory wrapped up, so we are going to finish 8th, which is very, very good. Right, McNeil is absolutely shattered, so we will get on Liano Bahia. Muller is also going to make way for Sheehan's not on the bench, so I guess we'll just get on this guy called Philip Bartlett. I'm not sure how good he is. Where's he come from? He was one of the Premier League free transfers a couple of seasons ago. That's why he can play. We've got the victory wrapped up. And Montserrat is going to make way for... We'll just get on Daniel Lloyd. Another one of those... probably not a Premier League free transfer. I suspect he's coming in through the youth system. How good is he? Does he have any potential? No, he doesn't. So I suspect that this will be his one-time appearance for Wrexham. He probably won't play any other games apart from for the under-21s. But closing in on full time, and we do still need 5 goals to 1. And there it is. We have won our final Premier League match of the season, 5-1 against Tottenham Hotspur. Very, very simple win after going 1-0 down inside the first 15 minutes. We were absolutely superb from the 40th minute. The first 40 minutes, probably forget about that, but absolutely superb turnaround. It really was. I can't believe it. If we can play like that against Man United, we are looking good. I think we are gonna win the Europa League, but now we just need to prove it. 1 win, and we're in the Champions League. The lineup for our match against Man United in the Europa League final will be Henderson in goal, a back 4 of McNeil, Akolai, Snape and Talby, Hunter and Taylor in the midfield. Then we've got Muller on the right, Montserrat in the middle, Moretti on the left. Then we've got Kabangu up front. Come on, lads, let's hopefully get another victory against Man United. Should be able to win this game fairly comfortably. Literally we played them like 3-4 games ago, so it should be a fairly simple win. So I'm hoping for at least 2-3-0. I'll take her. At least if we could get 1 or 2 goals this first half, that would be absolutely wonderful. But Man United being quite scared, you can't say, oh, they are playing a flat back. I think it was a flat back 6 or 7, so they must be quite terrified of our front four. Obviously, Cabangu, not really a natural striker, and he is coming back from injury, so I don't know how good he is going to be today. So hopefully he can put in a decent performance. We do have Resio on the bench, but it's not really the striker I want to bring on. Obviously, Salia, unfortunately, is out injured and wasn't fit enough to feature on the bench. Cabangu, try and get the ball out. That's not great. Marcus Rashford putting the ball into the back of the net for possibly his 29th goal of the season. That is, he's never going to get 29 goals this season, and he's certainly not now because it has been disallowed and still, just about, very luckily, it's still goalless in the Europa League final. 25 minutes left to play of the first half. Martinez has got the ball and Mikel plays the ball out to Parisi. Well done, McNeil. Let's get the ball upfield. Hopefully go on an attack of some sort and try and get maybe a goal, maybe a corner, or just give the ball away like that. And thankfully, that wasn't on target, but I think Henderson probably had it covered. Montserrat with the corner. Muller trying to do perfect corners. I don't know why we're doing this, but we are. Montserrat, Hunter. Come on, have a shot, and what a goal that is. Brandon Hunter puts the ball into the back of the net. What a absolute wonder goal. That could potentially be goal of the season, that is, or if not, goal of the tournament. Didn't think we were going to, that was going to come to anything from doing the short, but absolutely superb. Who is this McKenna fella? I don't remember him playing. Oh, he is actually their first choice goalkeeper. 38 appearances in the Premier League. He's conceded 60. Wow. That basically says everything about their goalkeeper. I think he's quite conceding. He concedes a lot of goals. He did keep 8 clean sheets in the Premier League, so he's conceded 60 goals in 30 games. So those are he's conceded to basically 2 goals a game. I'm feeling very confident now after looking at them stats. Rashford, it's a frame of the goal. He's very lucky to perhaps not score a goal. Obviously, he had that disallowed goal. He is coming close to finding the back of the net, but those have been the only 2 shots of the game for Man United so far. They do have the ball. Potentially, can we get the tackle in? Puts the pressure on, please. Well done, Talby. Very good header. Muller has got the ball, but now he's got players ahead of him. Hunter, come on. Moretti, this is looking very promising. Talby has the chance to cross it. Moretti, Hunter, have a strike, please. One of you. McNeil, come on, cross it. Go on. Get in there. Gaisho Cabangu puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Wrexham in the Europa League final. VAR might have different plans here, though. No, it doesn't. It has the same plans as me, and we are now 2-0 up against Man United with a couple minutes left to play of the first half. Can we get a third goal here? That would be absolutely wonderful. Montserrat puts the ball across goal, but nobody can get a touch onto it, but it has stayed in. Luckily, it hit the corner flag. But Man United do have the ball, potentially are on the attack with Rasmus Højlund, and he does put the ball into the back of the net for his 29th goal of the season. That is some strike force if they've both got 28, 29 goals a season. Marcus Rashford on 28. Højlund's just got his 29th, and good God, Mason Mount has put the equaliser in for Man United, and it's now 2-2 in the stroke of like a couple of minutes. That is just that's absolutely hideous. Should not be happening against Man United at all. But hopefully that's the only 2 goals they'll score. But obviously we need to get another goal to get back into the league, because I do fear that if Man United get a third goal and find themselves in front, I think we're going to struggle to get back into the game. And Kolai has got the ball. Can we just get the ball into the box? McNeil, Taylor, go on, cross it or have a shot, please. It's an all right effort, but I don't think that was the right idea. I think you could potentially play just a short pass forward for one of the forwards to run onto. Talby with the throw. I think we'll probably give it a couple more minutes, so we will make our first couple changes of the game. Muller hits the crossbar, but unfortunately couldn't keep himself onside. It might have been Kabangu who was offside. Somebody was offside in that attacking move. Right, we are going to make a couple of changes. Sheehan is going to come on for Daniel Muller. Brandon Hunter is going to come off for Tom Bischoff with 25 minutes left to play. Still 2-2 as it stands in the Europa League final against Man United. I'm hopeful we can get a winning goal, which should hopefully secure us the Europa League title. And Caleb Nicolai is there with a back post header, and he does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-2 with 15 minutes left to play of this Europa League final. Come on, we're just now 10 minutes away from securing our spot in next season's Champions League and obviously the European Super Cup. And Moretti has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 4-2. That is the 2-goal lead successfully restored, and now we just need to hold on to this 2-goal lead, unlike in the first half where we let them back into it right before half time. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I think a third goal, or a fifth goal even, a third goal this half will definitely wrap up the game. And oh my god, it's a scrappy goal, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't care less. Sheehan has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 5-2, and that is the Europa League all wrapped up. So, I mean, they're going to try and do something with Sessegnon. Still can't believe he's a Man United player. All these seasons, I just never see him as a Man United player. He's just not good enough. He's not good enough in real life, let alone on this game. Sheehan, and it's for 6-2 to Wrexham. Kabangu with the sixth and probably the final goal of the game. And I'm hoping it gets awarded. It does get awarded. It's a now 4-goal gap. Right, we are going to make our final. We're just going to make our final 3 subs now. McNeil comes off for Carrington. Montserrat is going to make way for Sherman Barbas. And I think we will get off Rasmus Say for Liano Bay, because the victory is very much wrapped up. I'm comfortable with bringing Biggie on with so much little time we have left, and we have done it. We have won the Europa League in style, a 6-2 win over Manchester United. I've never actually seen one of these trophy celebrations. Very snazzy indeed. So there's 2 stages. Why aren't they on the stage? That doesn't make sense. So what's the stage for? Well, that's completely useless. But we've won the Europa League, first time of asking, and now we've got to prepare for the Champions League, which will be coming up next season. Obviously, we've got the transfer special first, but yeah, we've got to sign a lot of top quality players, and most importantly, keep hold of our youth, our homegrown players. I don't know if we have a couple more at the end of this season, but we might have some. But we have won the Europa League, absolutely superb. We only received 7 million for winning the Europa League, absolutely ridiculous. We've received a few more money. Sheehan, what a performance. I don't know what time you came on, but you were absolutely incredible. We've received 4 million in television revenue, 1 million for the whatever that is coefficient table, but absolutely superb. But this is the most important time. Let's see the budgets, and that's also very important. We qualify for the Champions League. Don't have to go through any of the hideous qualifiers, so we enter through the league phase. That's very good. So we've been given a 57 million wage budget of 2.7 million. So that's basically stayed to say we could potentially sell Bob Tart's clause, which I'm just going to do now. It probably doesn't make any difference to the budget. No, it doesn't. It's pretty much stayed the same. But it's fine. It's fine. It's still more money at the end of the day. But wow, won the Europa League in our first season back in the Premier League after our stint in the Championship. But we've done it. We've won the Europa League, and now the hard work starts here. It's time to get a squad ready for the Champions League. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.